Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. It is hope that you will be fine. Well, today we are going to discuss some of the important aspects of the government of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. And that session is going to be very informative, and we are going to discuss the main aspects of his government in the shape of MCQs question or quiz. So I hope that it will be very informative for you all, and you will be able to recap some of the important aspect of his government. Just let me share the screen. First question is Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto remained in power from December 1971 to yes from 71 till which month and the year. Option A given is June 1977. Option B July 1977. Option C August 1977. Option D September 1977. And the correct option is option B 5th of July 1977. Well, students, the next question is question number 2. Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto fixed acres per upper limit for holding irrigation land. And that option A given are option A 50, option B 100, option C 150, option D 200. And the correct option is option C 150 acres. So 150 acre was the upper limit for irrigated land. Question number 3 is Second Summit Islamic Conference was held at. Second Summit Conference was held in Pakistan. So at which city? Option A Lahore, option B Islamabad, option C Karachi, option D Peshawar. So yes, the correct option is option A Lahore. Next question is India-Pakistan Shimla Agreement was signed in Pakistan and India, especially after 1971 war. There was a tense situation between the both countries. So in order to diffuse the situation, in order to normalize the relation between the both countries, an agreement was signed at Simla. So that is known as Simla Agreement. So that was signed on which date or in which year and month. Option A given is April 1972. Option B, May 1972. Option C, June 1972. Option D, July 1972. Just brainstorm and recall. Yes, the correct option is option D. Yes, on 2nd of July 1972, similar agreement was signed. Well, the next question is, when did Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto become the president of Pakistan? Given options are option A, 16th of December 1971, B, 20th December 1971, C, 20th April 1972, D, 14th August 1973. The right option is option B, 20th December 1971, when he resumed the power as a civilian martial administrator as well as president. Next question is Pakistan recognized Bangladesh in option A, 1975, option B, 1974, option C, 1972, option D, 1973. Just brainstorm, just recall. Yes, the right answer is B, 1974. Pakistan recognized Bangladesh in 1974, in February 1974, on the eve of Second Summit Conference. So Pakistan first recognized Bangladesh and then invited Bangladesh to attend that summit conference. Next question is PNA, Pakistan National Alliance, started movement against Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto in the name of, right? Option A, Nizam-e-Mustafa. Option B, corruption. Option C, law and order. Option D, re-elections. So yes, for the election of 1977, 9 political parties, they made an alliance known as PNA, Pakistan National Alliance, against Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto with the name of Nizam-e-Mustafa, or with the call of Nizam-e-Mustafa. Next is when did Zulfiqar Ali Ziaul Haq impose martial law in Pakistan? So in which month and year? Option A, July 1977. Option B, May 1978. Option C, January 1976. Option D, December 1977. And the correct option is option A, July 1977. Next question is who established National Book Foundation? NBF, National Book Foundation. So the given options are Yahya Khan, option B, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, Option C, General Ziaul Haq. Option D, Nawaz Sharif. And the correct option is option B, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. So Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, he established National Book Foundation. Next question is Pakistan National Alliance launched public protest against Bhutto in 1977. In which month, right? So in the month of option A, February, B, March, C, April, option D, July. And the correct option is B, in the month of March. Yes, on March elections were held. So as a result of that election, yes, they started protest. Next question is return to 90,000 Pakistani prisoners of war was carried out under agreement. So, as a result of 1971 war, prisoners of war, there was an issue between Pakistan and India regarding, yes, prisoners of war. So, under an agreement, 90,000 prisoners of war were released. And yes, options given are Tashkent, Karachi, C, Delhi, and D, Simla. So the right option is C. Under Delhi Agreement 1973, is prisoners of war, 93,000 prisoners of war were released. Next question is during the government of Dash, Pakistan withdrew from British Commonwealth. So Pakistan withdrew from its membership from British Commonwealth in whose government? Option A, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. Option B, Ziaul Haq. Option C, Benazir Bhutto. Option D is Nawaz Sharif. And the right option is option A, under the rule of yes, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. Well, the next question is Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto's death sentence was executed in April. So in the month of April, but in which year, right? So the options given are 1977, 1978, 1979, 1980. And the correct option is option C, 1979. Well, students, the next question is Pakistan recognized Bangladesh as a sovereign state in February. Option A, 1971. Option B, 1972. Option C, 1973. Option D, 1974. And the correct option is option D, 1974. Next question is Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto appointed as new commander-in-chief after assuming power. So after assuming power, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, he appointed new commander-in-chief. But to whom? Option A, General Rahim Khan. Option B, General Gul Hassan. Option C, General Usman Mitha. And General Hubab Khan. The correct option is option B, General Gul Hassan was appointed as Commander-in-Chief of Pakistan Army. Next is the Constitution of Islamic Republic of Pakistan 1973 was enforced on. So the date of enforcement of the Constitution that is being asked over here in this question, and the given options are 23rd of March 1973, 10th of April 1973, 17th of April 1973, and 14th of August 1973. Just brainstorm, recall, and the right option is option D, and that is 14th of August 1973. Well, the next question is who was the finance minister of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto's cabinet? Finance minister of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto in his government. Option given are Sartaj Aziz, and B, Dr. Mubashir Hassan, D, C, Dr. Mahbub ul Haq, D, Abdul Hafiz Pirzada. And the correct option is option B, Dr. Mubashir Hassan. He was appointed as the finance minister of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. The first civilian martial law administrator of Pakistan. And the options are Firoz Khan Noon, option B, Muhammad Ali Bogra, option C, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, option D, General Ziaul Haq, right? And yes, option C is the right answer. Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, he was the first civilian martial law administrator of Pakistan. Next question is during Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto's government, Pakistan signed the agreement for the purchase of nuclear reprocessing plant with which country, right? Option given are France, America, Britain, and China. Just recall, yes, and the correct option is option A, France. Next question is Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was released on 8th of January, but in which year? 1971, 1972, 1973, 1974. The correct option is 1972. January, 8th of January, 1972. Well, students, next is Qadiani issue was settled during the government of option given are A. Khwaja Nazmuddin, option B. Z. A. Bhutto, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, C. Ziaul Haq, D. Yahya Khan. So yes, Qadiani issue was settled in 1974, and in 1974 there was a government of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. So option B is the correct option. The next is after 1971 war, diplomatic relation between India and Pakistan were restored in. So because of that war, diplomatic relation between India and Pakistan were yes cut off, right? So because of the war and after war, there was no yes diplomatic relation. So diplomatic relations were restored between both Pakistan and India in 1973, 1974. 1975, 1976. And the correct option is option D, 1976. Next is in the year 1977, polls to National Assembly were conducted on. In 1977, yes, these elections for National Assembly were held on which date? March 5, March 6, March 7, or March 8. And the correct option is just brainstorm. Yes, the correct option is option C, March 7. So on March 7, 1977, elections for National Assembly were held. Next question is Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto assumed power as Chief Martial Administrator and President on. So exact date is being asked over here. 18th of December 1971, 16th of December 1971, 19th of December 1971, 20th December 1971, and the correct option is option D, 20th December 1971. Next question is who adopted the policy of nationalization of industries? And yes, the given options are Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, B. Nawaz Sharif, C. Muhammad Khan Junejo, D. Benazir Bhutto. And the correct option is A. Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. Next is who formed the Federal Security Force, FSF, right? Who or in whose government or who? So given options are Ayub Khan, Yahya Khan, Ziaul Haq, and then Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. And the correct option is option D, Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. Well, students, the next question is in which institution all the 4 provinces of Pakistan have equal representation? Right, this is an important question. That in which institution? Because in Parliament there are 2 houses: Upper House, Senate; Lower House, National Assembly. So this question is related with the Parliament of Pakistan. In which house? In which institution? Yes, Pakistan. All the 4 provinces have the equal representation. So the given options are Senate, National Assembly, Supreme Court of Pakistan, Armed Forces of Pakistan. So the correct option is option A, Senate. So in Senate, all the 4 provinces are having equal representation. Next question is during the government of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, rupee was devalued by. So unfortunately, during his government, the value of rupee was decreased. So that was devalued by percentage. The given options are 56, 57%, 58%, 59%, and the correct option is option B, 57%. So 57% the value of rupee was decreased. Next question is to inquire into the tragedy of separation of East Pakistan. Commission was set up. right? So because of this tragedy of separation of East Pakistan from West Pakistan, so for that purpose, a commission was appointed in order to inquire about the reasons, right, about the reasons that led to that tragedy. So a commission was set up. So here, what was the title of the commission? Shakatur Rahman, Saifur Rahman, Cornelius, or Hamudur Rahman? And the correct option is option D, Hamudur Rahman. Commission was appointed in order to inquire about the reasons. Next is National Assembly of Pakistan consists of the members. So here the question is regarding the composition of National Assembly Assembly. So the given options are 342, option B 342, yes, option C 344, and option D 371. The correct option is option B 342. Well, students, the next is Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto was removed from power in. So when was he removed, right? Or when martial law was imposed? That is the question. So 1976, 1977, 1978, or 1979. So the correct option is, just brainstorm. Yes, on 5th of July 1977, martial law was imposed, and that led to the removal of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto from power. Next question is, as per Labour Policy 1972, per week working hours were fixed: 44 hours a week, 46 hours, 48, or 50. And the correct option is option C, 48 hours per week. Next question is, who challenged the 1977 martial law in the Supreme Court? So when martial law was imposed in July 1977, and as a result, the government of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto was removed. So that action, that imposition of martial law was challenged. So a writ petition was lodged in Supreme Court against the military or against the position of martial law, and that was by whom? The options are Nusrat Bhutto, B, Zafar Ali Shah, option C, Azaz Ashran, and option D, Farooq H. Naik. The correct option is Nusrat Bhutto. Next question is, the first chairman of the Senate was, under 1973 Constitution, or Parliament become bicameral, two houses, Senate and National Assembly. So Senate was established under 1973 Constitution. So the first chairman of the Senate was elected, and who was that person? Wasim Sajjad, B, Mian Mohammad Somro, D, Habibullah Khan, D, Sayyid Nair Hussain Bukhari. And the correct option is C, Habibullah Khan. Next question is, the second Islamic Summit Conference was held in 1971, 1972, 1973, 1974. Yes, in 1974, that is the second summit conference was held. Next question is, when did Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto release Sheikh Mujibur Rahman unconditionally? So Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was released unconditionally on 8th of January 1972. So the right option is option A. Next question is, who was the education minister when Bhutto announced education policy in 1972? So option given are Abdul Hafiz Pirzada, B, Manzoor Qadir, option C, Ghulam Mustafa Khar, option D, Maulana Kaisar Niazi. And the right option or correct option is option A, Abdul Hafiz Pirzada. Next question is, according to the Pakistan Agricultural Reform 1972, the maximum limit for the ownership from 500 acre per head for irrigated land was reduced to, right? This is an interesting question. Okay, 500 acre, that was the limit, upper limit, highest limit, maximum limit for holding irrigated land. But that was decreased to, yes, 150 acre. Option B is the right answer. From 500 to, yes, that was decreased to 150 acre under the agriculture reform introduced by Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto in 1972. Next question is, through the presidential order of May 1972, the control of all banks was given to which institution? Government of Pakistan, State Bank of Pakistan, Provincial Government, last Ministry of Finance. So under that presidential order, all the banks were given to or given under the control of State Bank of Pakistan. Yes, dear students, it is hope that you may have learned something new in this session, and this whole session was meant for the revision or to recap some of the important aspect of the government of Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. I hope that it was informative for you in order to yes, revise. And this was all about today's session. Thank you. Take care and Allah Hafiz.